Back in 2022, I remember when Mickey 17's teaser trailer was released, and immediately knew this would be one of my top 10 most anticipated films of 2024. Bong Joon Ho paired with Robert Pattinson in a sci-fi setting? Come on, it doesn't get much better than that. But sometime later, it got delayed by a full year. And soon following this delay, I almost completely forgot about Mickey 17. Then in the far future, we got our first official trailer. To my dismay. Now, I didn't think Mickey 17 looked bad, I was mainly just disappointed. Coming off Parasite, I expected this to share a similar tone. I know Bong Joon Ho has made several movies like this, but I'm someone who prefers his serious films. Based off the trailer, Mickey 17 looked goofy. Robert Pattinson with the weird accent and not appearing intelligent whatsoever in the trailer. He also has a clone. By the looks of it, Mickey 17 would certainly be a dark comedy. Either way, despite not looking forward to Mickey 17 nearly as much by then as I did when the teaser trailer released in 2022, I still held on to hope. I trusted Bong Joon Ho because of his resume. Maybe Mickey 17 would surprise me. Unfortunately, no, that wasn't the case at all. Not that the movie is terrible per se, but coming off the heels of Parasite, I felt very underwhelmed, and it upsets me. We have no clue when Bong is going to make another film. Plus, it took over 5 years between Parasite and this. So having to wait another unknown amount of years for potential greatness in filmmaking from Bong sucks. Lo and behold though, not only did Mickey 17 disappoint me tonal-wise, but I found many other aspects underwhelming. I know a lot of people love Mickey 17 based on the reaction I received to my controversial Instagram meme last weekend, and obviously I respect your opinion if you enjoyed the movie. If you didn't, great, we're on the same page, but if you did, that's cool too. In fact, before diving into any negatives, I'll mention what I liked about Mickey 17. The best element Mickey 17 has to offer, in my opinion, is Robert Pattinson. Even though I'm not a fan of this annoying accent he uses, Pattinson nonetheless does a great job in the movie, and gets even more time to shine once Mickey 18 finally arrives. A character/performance that I thought stole the show. The banter between these guys is where the humor mostly stands out, with Mickey 18 mocking and bullying Mickey 17 half the time. I want to mention the plot as well. For a little while, Mickey 17 maintains an original story. It follows Mickey, who, after a string of bad luck, signs up as a spaceship expendable with their mission to colonize an alien planet. On this ship, Mickey is given lethal assignments and regenerated after death. A plot of this type is something I haven't seen before. I found it really interesting as we saw someone put themselves through the ringer of death over and over again for science purposes. For a short time, Mickey 17 explored how dying can have an impact on the human mind, but Bong doesn't do nearly enough with that storyline. Instead, and this is where my negatives begin, Mickey 17 chooses to focus a majority of the plot on colonization and dictatorship. This part of the story is led by Mark Ruffalo's Kenneth Marshall, who plays an evil dictator-like figure. Kenneth doesn't care about anyone but himself. He doesn't give a crap about Mickey getting killed over and over again. He's written as an incredibly selfish human being. Plus, his main goal is to exterminate the alien species inhabiting this planet, while simultaneously creating a colony of white people. It quickly becomes very obvious that Mickey 17's main themes are about dictatorship, colonization, and animal abuse. Now, any normal person wouldn't have a problem with these themes, if only Bong had written them subtly. He constantly, and I mean constantly, bashes you over the head. Look, I get it, this man is doing something bad. He is a bad man. Colonization and dictatorship is wrong. I get the fucking point. It'd be one thing too if these themes hadn't already been explored in a million other films before. But no, like literally half the movies we see nowadays have taken the same approach. It's nothing new whatsoever. So I just hated this big chunk of Mickey 17's plot. It didn't help either that Mark Ruffalo was doing everything in his power to make his voice sound like Trump's. So original, dude. No, it was so unnecessarily distracting. Ed Harris was a much better villain in Snowpiercer. He wasn't nearly as over the top, his character was actually subtle, and he's very intelligent in comparison to Ruffalo's Marshall. Alright, if you're enjoying this so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications for upcoming videos. Quick side note, I find it a little hypocritical on Bond's part to lecture us on these things while his net worth is $30 million. He tends to dig into capitalistic ideas quite often, despite benefiting from capitalism himself big time. Anyway, I think a better direction this movie could have taken would have been the focus on how one's mental state is impacted from dying 16 times. Under Marshall's leadership, Mickey gets used and abused as a disposable. Kind of like how many of us are seen as disposables in real life, working for huge corporations. They don't care about your mental health. Now, I think that is something almost everyone can relate to. Not freaking colonization and dictatorship. But no, Bond rather focus on the latter elements. As a result, you don't care about Pattinson's Mickey character. He's written as an idiot with little development and gets manipulated into doing so many dumb things. Instead of trying to make you care about Mickey, they're too busy bashing you over the head with political themes. Which leads me into pointing out how Mickey 17's plot is an all-around mess. There's a lot going on here. Of course, you have the Mickey storyline, along with Kenneth Marshall slowly becoming a major part of the movie, but you also have aliens thrown into the mix for no reason. Why not keep it to Mickey, Marshall, and the cloning technology? Revolving Mickey 17's themes around corporations abusing their workers and mental health would have been better. Furthermore, there's a love triangle and loan shark subplot as well. I didn't give a shit about any of it. Listen, if you enjoyed Mickey 17, that's cool. I personally won't remember the movie. It's highly unlikely I'll ever watch it again. It chose to focus on the wrong things, and in reality, this should have been a layup. I know it's based on a book, but like, Mickey 7 isn't a highly popular novel or anything. You can take shortcuts, you know? Have the movie be loosely based on it. Take some of its ideas. You don't always have to adapt everything page to screen. So those are my thoughts on Mickey 17. Hopefully Bond's next movie in, well, however many years, can be better, but we shall see. I want to know what your thoughts of Mickey 17 are though. Is this a great, mediocre, or bad film? Tell me everything you're thinking in the comments. For those of you who stuck around, thank you so much for watching this movie review. And again, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and click that like button if you enjoyed yourself. I'll catch you all in the next one. See you then.